right, y'all. Rick Morning Show, man. Jeff Johnson got 3 things you need to know. Jeff, good morning.
Hey, good morning, brother. Listen, I think that many of us are continuing to have this countdown till no matter what somebody in the White House says, they're just gone. Because there is no signs of any kind of contrition or adulthood that will ever show up in this person. And Rick, you and I both know, I mean, we've been doing this long enough. We know that Hillary Clinton won the popular vote, and despite that, she lost Pennsylvania by a smaller margin than Trump did. Biden beat Trump, I think, 14 times more in Michigan than he beat Hillary Clinton. And she immediately conceded that night because she knew that it was over. Right. And so I think one of the things that was so profound for me, Rick, was I saw a report on the letter that Bush sent to Clinton after he lost to him. And part of the letter said, I wish you well. I wish your family well. He said, I'm going to be rooting for you because your success is now our country's success. And this was a one-term president, right? A one-term president who Clinton defeated handily. And despite that, and despite their political differences, there was not only a level of adulthood, but for all this country first nonsense that we keep hearing from Trump, he keeps what I'm wondering is when he is going to begin to diminish the support of these folks that actually have followed him, because the Republican base of those who are elected are going to have to turn on him at some point. Because otherwise, they're going to be fully connected from a legacy perspective as well as a process perspective to his lies. And it's interesting to watch how more and more Republicans are beginning to say, listen, I know he's got 72 million people that voted for him, 70 million people that voted for him. But the more I go down this road, the more I risk myself in the future. And I think as that becomes more and more the case, it's going to be interesting to see between now and inauguration where these folks land. So second thing I got, man, is in really sad news. Many of you all have seen that Ben Watkins, who was a MasterChef Junior winner, passed away at the age of 14 after a year and a half battle with cancer. And Rick, I don't know if you saw that. The kind of cancer that little Ben had, man, was only 6 people have ever had it. Wow. And so it was incredibly rare tissue cancer. So this wasn't leukemia, which is, what we hear about a lot when kids his age die of cancer. This was something that was so unique that literally there are only 6 other cases of anybody dying with this. And this young soldier, man, was just amazing. I mean, he waged a level of just positive life after the murder-suicide of both of his parents. He just walked with a spirit of joy despite all that he had been through, and even through this cancer. Just an inspiration to so many people. And so big up to Gary, Indiana, which is his hometown, where even his family talked about the level of support that he received from Gary. Big prayers for his family, for his community, and just praying that he is now resting with the ancestors. And so, this is it's yet another thing, Rick. I think you've heard me say over and over again, I want us as Black folks to pay more and more attention to cancer research as it relates to us, especially boys and men. We do a great job of women and understanding the disproportionate impacts of even breast cancer. I think the most well-funded and researched cancer on Black women. But we're not as aggressive in talking about it for men and boys. And so as we celebrate the life of little brother Watkins, let's continue to do that. As I get out of here, Rick, my third thing is I love and like my wife, man. We just celebrated our 8th wedding anniversary.
Oh, man, congratulations.
Half of who I am at this stage in the game if not for our partnership. I thank God for the married brothers and sisters and committed partners that I have access to teach me what partnership is. And I just say to every brother out there, you have not lived until you find yourself managing your ego for the betterment of a partnership with a sister who is a co-owner in your legacy.
Golly, you said a whole mouthful.
Happy anniversary, baby. I love you.
Ooh, that was the King James version of the day. You have not lived. Happy birthday to your wife on national radio. On national radio, you said, I love you, my wife. I wouldn't be half of who he's not be. Boy, Jeff, you said some. Boy, I got to. Half. 50 cents. $50 to 100. Oh, Jesus is king. That was the King James version of love.